Rockin' Nights on Q97. Good evening, I'm the Z-Man, and as promised, we've been talking about it all week long. On the phone right now, the author of Sealed with a Kiss, Lydia Criss. Good evening.
Good evening. How you doing?
I'm doing great. It's so great to talk to you. How things going up north?
Well, it's very cold up north. A lot of snow and cold.
Yeah, I bet. Well, we've had a tremendous amount of calls and several emails, and folks really wanting to get some questions into you. Before we get started on that, let's give everybody a little background about this book. Now, we're talking about Sealed with a Kiss. It's a long time coming, and it's finally available on www.lydiacriss, which is LYDIACRISS.com, and simply click on that, and that will stream you through. 2 books available. It's the same book. One's signed, one's not. Of course, I ordered mine signed. And,
did you get it?
Not yet. It should be here, I think they said today or Monday. So.
Oh, I think you should actually have it now, but maybe tomorrow.
We'll see. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to talk.
It's priority, so
I can talk about it more that way.
Yeah.
You tell me what I need to know, and I'll read the rest. Now, what's the format of the book? Of course, there's 1,500 rare and unpublished photos of the band and some stuff of you and Pete back in the old days. But it's really kind of your story, right?
Yeah, it's my autobiography, and it's in 3 sections. One is the section of before Kiss,
right,
and my life with Peter, and then there's the Kiss section of my life with Kiss, and then after Kiss.
All right, now this
That's my divorce from Peter, I should say.
Well, and one of the questions coming up, I don't want to throw water on it, but just to kind of get a background. After the breakup and everything, you enroll in some photography classes, actually study law as well.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. Well, enough to cover yourself, right?
Yeah. Well, I did. I took some classes, but then my mother got ill, so
right.
I had to kind of drop out of that. But I think my life experiences with legal matters, with lawyers, haven't stopped since I got divorced. I think I'm learning more that way than from the books.
My experience is it never does.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get to these questions now.
Okay.
This, once again, for people interested in purchasing the book, Sealed with a Kiss. Now, this is a big, everybody down here in the South likes to drive through and get the biggie size. 4.5-pound book. I could say hardcover, 368 pages, but to put it in pounds, that's going to sell it down here. 4.5 pounds of book.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
It's heavy.
Yeah.
It's heavy. It's, it's real expensive sending it to Europe.
Right.
But in America, we have other ways of sending that. It's a little, more reasonable. But,
right.
I have to weigh it when I go to Europe. It's 4 pounds 9 ounces when it's when they weigh it at the post office.
Well, we're going to round that up to a 5-pounder then.
Yeah, they do.
Okay. All right. Here is the first question. This is sent in by Richard. Says, after working with so many big acts, do you ever still get starstruck?
Absolutely.
Now, we're going to get into
that. I definitely do. I'm still starstruck with some of the acts I've worked with.
Right. And to mention a few, I know you don't want to toot your own horn, so I shall tooteth for thee.
Okay.
You worked with Rod Stewart.
Yes.
Right? Cheap Trick.
Yes.
Let's see.
Van Halen.
Yeah, Van Halen. Now, was that Van Halen or Van Hagar?
No, it was Van Halen.
Van Halen. The Who.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Let's just stop right there. Some big acts, and you're also not only just doing action shots. You've done some CD covers and magazine work. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah. A lot of stuff. I've done TV. I've been on Conan O'Brien. Some of my photos.
Yeah.
Some of the other shows, those talk shows, and then books, magazines, CD covers, calendars.
So this really started out basically as just a hobby that grew into, hey, I love it, let's do something with it. Yeah.
My agent sells to everybody.
Right.
She was good for that.
That's great. Okay, this question actually is 2 questions from Randy in Louisville. What is your idea of the perfect photo shoot?
The perfect photo shoot.
Probably the one that everything goes right.
Well, see, I generally don't do photo shoots. I just do live stuff.
Right.
So I'm in the pit when the band is on stage and I'm shooting away. Usually, it's nice when they give you more than just the first 3 songs.
Right.
and it's also nice when it's not too crowded in the pit.
Right.
Because I'm a girl, and there's a lot of tall guys there. Mm-hmm. And if there's too many, like especially with Kiss, there was too many when I shot them on the Revenge tour, and there was way too many guys in the pit, and they were getting in front of me. Even with Chris, when I photographed Peter,
right?
There was somebody that constantly kept getting in front of me, and I had to tell him.
In a nice Brooklyn way.
To move away.
Hey, buddy. Okay, part 2 says, have you ever had any photo shoots here that didn't go as planned, and if so, what happened? Any bad experiences? I guess, of course, always somebody in your face, but...
Yeah, well, I actually was shooting Queensryche at one time, and their lighting is very strange, and the first time I did it, the photos didn't come out. They look sort of like monsters in the photos, so I had to go back to the management company and get another photo pass and take a ride all the way out to Long Island to reshoot them again, and I had to rethink my settings. Yeah, this is before digital. So.
Exactly. Back when photography was real. Yeah. Okay, this comes in from David. Do you have enough photos in reserve for a Sealed with More Kisses book?
I actually do, but it would be more of a photo book.
Yeah.
I really would. I am planning to do another book, not too soon because I'm still recuperating.
Yeah, right.
But I've never done a book before. I've never self-published a book, and this is my first time. And it was really a lot of work, and it was a constant. Not 24 hours, but the only time I did get off was to sleep and to eat.
Right.
And it was a constant work, and. I will do a book, but it will probably be more of just a photo book on rock photography, not just Kiss.
Okay. This in from Rebecca. What is one thing about Lydia Criss that makes her the most proud? Good question.
Oh, boy, that's a hard one.
We can come back to it. Of course, Sealed with a Kiss. You're proud of the book.
Well, of course I'm proud of the book.
Most proud.
But I'm also proud to be Beth.
Yeah.
I'm proud to be part of Kiss's history.
Right.
And I'm proud of just me, the way I turned out.
Yeah. Good answer. Here's one from Susan. Did Peter have a pet name for you?
Yes, he did. He used to call me Mikey.
Mikey?
Mikey, yeah, because I was one of the guys. I could hang out like any of the guys could hang out, like most girls. They'd probably would go to sleep and wouldn't want to do half the things that I used to do with Peter. I was really more like his buddy.
That's cool. All right. And didn't get on anybody's nerves?
No. I hope not. I didn't. No, actually, I think I was more... I know Gene liked... he used to be really upset with some of the girlfriends that... Yeah. They would just constantly be talking when he'd be trying to put his makeup on and he has to concentrate.
Right.
So we weren't allowed in the dressing rooms.
Right.
So we would be outside of the dressing room, and sometimes, the female voices get very loud.
Right.
And he would start yelling, but he never yelled at me. Actually, I was the one that was in the limo, and his limo.
Uh-huh.
Gene on one side, Peter on the other.
Right.
And I'd be sitting in the middle, and I wouldn't say a thing until he asked me to.
Don't speak until spoken to.
Right.